Last night on MasterChef Australia.
This competition is getting serious now.
An invention challenge saw heartbreak for some.
I'll tell you straight, I think it's crap.
And joy for one talented chef.
Absolutely. A1, cracking dish. Well done.
High five.
Tonight, the bottom three face off.
This is a day where I get to cook for my life and hopefully dodge elimination.
Cook from the heart. That's the most important thing.
Oh my God, this is gonna go so horribly wrong.
To end the competition now would be just disappointing.
It's a pretty good effort.
Very hard to call a loser.
At stake for the winner, the chance to work alongside Australia's culinary elite, a book deal, and $100,000 to make their dreams reality.
Today is the day of the pressure test. This is a day where I get to cook for my life and hopefully dodge elimination.
I'm feeling quite nervous for Kate, Sam and Michelle doing the pressure test. I've been there before and it's not the nicest thing to go through.
You have 1 hour to prepare and cook the best Chinese-style dish that you possibly can.
As they say in China, chop, chop.
The judges have decided that you were the 3 worst performers today.
That means you have to come back to this place. You have to cook like your future depends on it. Because quite frankly, it does.
I don't want to go home yet. I especially don't want to go out because I couldn't cook Chinese food. It's not something I ever want to do professionally, so it'll be tough if this is what knocks me out of the competition. I'm a law student from WA. I've got this dream of becoming a pastry chef. This is what makes me happy, and improving my cooking skills and being here and sharing in this experience with people who genuinely want to be here and have this passion for food. This is what I love and this is where I want to be.
I'd had a decent night's sleep. I got myself into the right frame of mind to cook to the best of my ability. I know I'm not ready to go yet. I'm a call centre manager from Melbourne, and I grew up as a Melbourne boy. I'm here because internally and individually I love cooking. It's an opportunity for me to express myself in a way that I otherwise can't in any other facet of my life.
I had a pretty bad night's sleep and I'm feeling absolutely exhausted, so it's not a good way to go into the pressure test. I'm a bookstore owner and a photographer, and I live in Berry. My dream is to cook and be around food. I'd love to produce a book, and I would also love to have a pretty funky little restaurant. I want to win this competition, and I do want to be a master chef. Yeah, why not? I'm going for it.
I think Sam will do okay. It's a toss-up between Kate and Michelle.
You only feel for one day.
How about you?
Yeah, for Michelle.
Yeah?
Not the rest. I don't really care.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I've got full confidence that Sam will do well today, so I have no problem with him. Kate, if she can get her head right and concentrate, she should be fine. And just hopefully Michelle slips up.
I think mainly everyone's just happy they're not the ones, and I think everyone's just anticipating Kate leaving.
The reality kicks in that this could be the last time I sleep in this house. This could be the last time that, I leave this house today. It hits home how much you really want it.
It's crunch time now. You've got to come in here and do the best you possibly can, or, you know, there's no point in staying in this competition.
The reality sinks in that you just may not be coming back. That's a bit of a bugger.
Walking into the MasterChef kitchen today, I'm completely aware of the fact that this might be the last time that I'm ever in this kitchen.
This pressure test is so important because if I don't stand up today, I'm gone.
Kate, Michelle, Sam, welcome back to the kitchen. We're searching for Australia's first MasterChef, but sadly, today one of you will be dropped from contention. The three of you performed the worst in yesterday's invention test. And so today you must prove to the judges that you still have what it takes to remain in this competition.
I was gutted with what I did yesterday, and I haven't let go of that yet.
You're about to cook off in the pressure test, and the person who performs the worst today will be eliminated immediately. One of you will be going home today.
And the tension, it's like, you know, someone screwing up a rubber band.
This is the hardest challenge of the week. For you, this is the most important challenge of the week. The pressure test is designed to put you under the same kind of stress you'd feel in a restaurant kitchen. It'll sort out those that can handle the pressure from those that can't. The dish that you'll be doing today may seem simple, but as with all good dishes, it's going to be problematic. There's a couple of points that you'll have to do, and if you don't do them properly, it'll all go wrong.
At this point, I'm freaking out.
All of us were probably preparing ourselves for a disaster at this point.
Oh, crap.
So, this is the dish that you'll be cooking. A char-grilled and stuffed squid with breadcrumbs and garlic.
The dish we have to cook today is a stuffed squid on a salad mix of blanched beans, tomatoes and olives.
You have the recipe and you have 45 minutes. And then, of course, you have to present the dish to the three of us. So I'm going to invite you up to taste. Kate, you're first.
God help me.
The taste is very subtle. There's lemon, there's parsley. It's a very, very lovely textured, subtle dish. It's beautiful.
Everything is so crucial with this dish. Cleaning it correctly, removing the spine, removing all the membranes, removing the ink sac, stuffing it properly, making sure there's no air pockets or it will explode.
I didn't know that squids could explode while you cook them, so I'm going, oh my God, this is gonna go so horribly wrong.
It's a beautiful dish, yeah? So let's respect it and let's produce something like that, yeah?
Think about what you saw there. What makes that dish so appealing to the eye? The char marks from the pan, the freshness, the colour of that tomato, the absence of skin, the detail, the shininess of the olives. That's what we're looking for. Try and recreate that. Try and give us something that looks beautiful and fresh on the plate.
So 3 crucial points make sure you clean the squid well. Don't overcook it, and don't overfill with the stuffing.
After you finish cooking, the judges will taste your dishes and they will decide which one was the worst today. The person who made that dish will be going home immediately.
I've got a copy of the recipe. I'm intensely reading it, making sure that I've got that recipe firmly in my head, entrenched in my brain, so that I'm ready to go.
My last advice is cook from the heart. You've got 45 minutes and your time starts now.
Good luck, guys.
As soon as the judges said start cooking, I got to prepping my squid. I've never prepped a squid, I've never grilled squid, and I've never stuffed it. I didn't really know at first how to go about actually separating the hood from the head and the body. It was disgusting.
I'm thinking, Michelle, stick to the recipe. I struggled with keeping to exact amounts.
My ink sac had burst before we even started, so I had a shitload of ink all over myself, even before I started cleaning the thing.
Sammy, you can roll it over itself as well to clean the inside better.
Josh is hanging over the railing above Sam and I, shouting out advice as to how to prep the squid. Sort of lucky that we buddied up to the fishmonger in the house because I didn't really have a clue what I was doing at the start.
I had a little bit of help from Josh upstairs to get my fingers right under the wings of the squid and just pull away, and that actually does literally remove the whole skin in one piece.
The first squid turns out perfect. I thought I'd better just do the second one in case I have an accident. I've got a second up my sleeve.
Sammy's not cleaning the other one.
Within the first 10 minutes, I could see that Sam was working faster than me. I knew that I probably had to pick up my pace.
Okay, guys, you've got 30 minutes left. All right, Michelle, how are you going?
Yeah, okay.
Read the recipe?
Yes,
all
I
good?
Yep.
So did you have trouble cleaning the squid, or are you all good?
I think I'm okay. I'm opting to use that one. That's my spare. But
All right, Michelle.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Sam, how you going?
Okay, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of pressure.
And the stuffing, you feel comfortable with that? That smells beautiful. You've got garlic and shallots
and
in there.
anchovies. Yep,
which gives it
correct.
the salt. And then, so then how are you going to put that together?
We've got the tentacles going in very shortly,
Yep.
and then combine it with the breadcrumbs and lemon zest and lemon juice, as far as I remember.
All right.
And then, yeah, combine it all and we'll stuff it inside that squid.
All right.
It's all going to be big. It's going to be right down to the last minute, isn't
Grill the calamari. It sounds like it might be. All right, mate.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I've fallen behind Michelle and Sam at this point, and I need to catch up if I'm actually going to plate up my dish today.
So you're making the sofrito now, which is
Yeah.
the onions, the garlic, and the anchovies.
Anchovy, yeah.
And then have you made your breadcrumbs yet?
No, I'm going to get onto that.
You know, you got your tomato to do, you got your beans to cook, you got
I know.
you got your stuffing to make, you got your calamari to fill, and your calamari to grill.
Yeah.
So you've got to push it along, haven't you?
Yep,
All right then.
You need to move your ass, Kate.
I know.
You've got 25 minutes to go. Best of luck, Kate.
Thank you.
So what do you think, George?
They all need to move their butts a little
Yeah.
bit, you know? It's, you know...
Well, some of them haven't made the stuffing, so they've got to make the stuffing, they've got to fill the calamari,
Yeah.
and they've got to grill the thing.
Yeah, and that could take a couple of minutes to cook just
I'd be
in
panicking.
itself.
I'd be
And then a
panicking.
little rest and then a carve. I'd be panicking.
Yeah.
I made a decision, a split-second decision. Go with your instinct. I'm not good with recipes. I love recipes to get ideas from. I'm not really a recipe person. To me, it's all about the taste, and I need to make it to my taste.
Right, I think you need to get a move on. This is my final word of advice. You've got just under 20 minutes, and if it was me, I'd be starting to feel nervous because I don't think you're far enough ahead to get this dish up in time.
Kate's just finished doing her breadcrumbs. Sam's de-seeding olives, and I think he's got most of his stuffing ready to go. And it looks like Michelle's just about at almost exactly the same point.
I've done my tastings, I've tasted my stuffing, I've probably got a little bit too much breadcrumbs. I'm not very good with precise amounts.
Right, guys, you've got 15 minutes to go. At this point, you should really have the squid stuffed.
I didn't. I had my squid tube ready and I had my stuffing ready, just not stuffed my squid. So straight away, I got my squid stuffed, made sure it was nice and tight, packed in, and got that ready to cook.
I'm squeezing lemon, I'm adding olive oil, I'm adding seasoning. I'm not measuring that because if I spend the time measuring this, I know for sure and certain I won't get this meal on the plate.
I'm thinking, oh, I might not actually get this dish finished on time.
I've never stuffed a squid before. This is technically a more profound dish than what I'm used to doing.
Use the handle of the spoon, Sam.
Pardon?
Use the handle of the spoon.
That slippery little squid is a lot more hollow than I expected. I'm trying to get my stuffing in. I've got my thumb in there and I'm pushing that stuffing right in, but I'm not quite sure if it's reaching the bottom.
I should have had my pan on a long time ago, really. And I'm just starting on my salad, but at the same time, I picked up my pace and I've got a little bit of hope again.
How long does it take, you reckon?
Just till golden brown, throw it on. Yeah, good.
And Sam, just run your hands down so it looks natural.
In terms of cooking the squid, I didn't cook it yet because I actually wanted to cook that last minute.
Give it a nice grill mark, just let it alone.
Yeah, let it sit for a couple of minutes.
If I overcook the squid, it'll go rubbery and it won't be pleasant to eat.
My salad was pretty much done. I was trying to get all component parts of the dish ready to go so that, you know, once I'd cooked the squid, it was literally just plating that up and the salad was already there.
Check the squid, Michelle. Check your squid, Mish. Check the squid.
I've got a lot of support. Tom's called out, Justine, Poe, Andre, they're all up there, and you know, I know I've got a lot of support.
7 minutes, guys.
I was cooking this squid on the griddle.
Is that all right?
Obviously, the key is to try and leave it on the one spot to get the nice grill marks.
Don't you pop on me, you bastard.
I've got my squid on the pan, but it's not hot enough yet. Without the pan hot enough, I'm a bit concerned about how the squid is actually going to present when it's cooked, if it's going to be golden enough.
I think I moved it around a little bit too much. If the worst thing about my dish was going to be some off-centre griddle marks, I could accept that.
Should that be enough?
Yeah, good colour.
Guys, 5 minutes to go, yeah? That's 5 minutes to go. You should be thinking about dressing your dish, yeah? Making it beautiful.
The judges tell us that we should be plating up our dishes, but I have not taken my squid out of the pan. Try not to think about it. I'm quite concerned at this point that I'm going to have to plate up raw squid. I've never left plating up of a dish to that last minute. I've never been this disorganised. So I'm really panicking that I'm not going to plate up in time.
I'd just taken my squid off. I thought, at least I'm going to get a dish out.
I needed to get everything on the plate, so it really is a pressure test. I mean, the pressure's awesome.
I'm a bit behind the others at the moment, so I'm freaking out. I need to focus, really.
There was a bit of slimy stuff that was still in the bottom of the squid, and I realised that my stuffing has not gone all the way to the bottom of the squid tube.
Sammy.
Yeah, mate?
Try to keep the olives shining up.
The moment I felt relieved is when I got that squid on top of those beans and started dressing it.
Don't serve your toothpick, Sam.
I know that.
Clean it. Clean your knife properly. Clean it.
The biggest worry is making sure that my presentation is right. You know, I've been hammered for my presentation, so this is up to me to get this dish looking right.
Michelle, less and scatter around.
Scatter
both sides.
Spread the tomato around.
And less.
I think I might have just got it in the end. I'm hoping that it's cooked. I got the gold colour that I wanted from the squid.
You've got 30 seconds to go. So if you're not plating up, it really needs to go on the plate.
Other way, man. Other way. 90 degrees.
Take a quarter
Take
of that
your time,
off.
you've got plenty of time. You're right.
I think we're down to the last 30 seconds and I actually get that squid on a palette knife and onto my salad and dress the rest of the plate and then done.
Across the beans, across them.
Look at the balance of the colours.
What?
Look at the balance of the colours.
OK, guys, that's it. Time's up. Tools down, pans down. You're done.
Michelle, Sam and Kate, the judges will now head to the restaurant and one by one, you'll each take in your dish for them to taste. Their job is to decide who made the worst dish today, and that person will be leaving immediately.
Apprehensive. I'm apprehensive. The thing that I'm most worried about with my dish is that little air pocket that I didn't know was there, and I've cut the tip off.
So, Michelle, how did you go?
Because of the time restriction, I ended up tasting and I didn't use the measurements per se. I actually just went on my instinct and my taste because I felt if I was to measure everything and it would have taken too long.
You feel you've done a good job?
I was happy with the dish that I've plated up today. I hope it's enough.
OK.
The dish looks great. It's one of the best dishes I've presented so far. So I'm actually feeling relieved and I'm feeling like I've done the best possible job I can today.
So, guys, what do we think?
She's cut it nice. Removing the tips a no-no.
I think she's made an error in terms of filling the squid. It's probably about a tablespoonful of stuffing missing there.
Yeah, I mean, having said that, though, it's got some good charring on it.
Yeah.
The tomato looks nice and bright. The olives are kind of black and shiny. There's some definite positives, I think, about the dish. I think it's going to be one of those challenges whereby, because we've got 3 good cooks here, we're going to be looking at those kind of minutiae are going to be the difference between the dishes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, where's all my stuffing?
How about I give you a bit of my stuffing? Not that you can do that in a restaurant.
No. There's a little bit of caramelisation on one side, but not a great deal on the other, and stuffing missing. So I don't really have a lot of stuffing at all.
It's nice and tender. It's not overcooked at all, the squid. You know, you can cut it with a knife.
The filling's really good, but it does lack a little bit of citric zing. The reason why you read a recipe when the first time you cook a dish is to ensure you have a benchmark to work from.
She did say she didn't measure anything out. She cooked, you know, which is sometimes an issue if you've never done something before.
So not a bad effort for the first time.
Other than those 2 kind of quite fundamental errors in terms of the tip and not stuffing the squid properly.
You know, it's a relief. I've done what I can and hopefully my instincts have worked to my advantage.
You're praying that every element of that dish, that there's the balance of the stuffing's right, that the squid's cooked right, that the beans are crisp.
Sam, you weren't too confident going to this challenge. How do you think you went?
I've never cleaned out a squid before, but I don't, I'd do it again.
Anything you're concerned about? Any disasters that happened along the way?
I believe that the tomatoes are a bit overcooked, and I'm not sure that the stuffing's seasoned right. I think, for me, that dish needed to be almost faultless on the back of what I did yesterday. If the dish is even slightly incorrect, I think that there's every chance I'd go home.
Well, I reckon that's a pretty good-looking dish, you know? The greens are nice and bright, the tomatoes are cut quite chunky. It's a dish I want to eat. My only question would be whether he ran out of time, because I'd like to see a bit more charring down the flanks of the squid.
It is a little bit pale on the sides. Sam made the comment that he thought maybe he'd overcooked the tomatoes. I don't think he really has, to be honest. The stuffing's really strong. It's not lemony, like the dish that we put up as a taster.
He's definitely put more parsley in his than Michelle's.
And I'm not finding a great deal of those tentacles chopped up in there. He did have a second squid, he could have taken the tentacles off, and I would like to have seen a bit more squidiness in that filling.
Squid's nice and tender. It's missing the lemon, and he could have been a bit more, a bit more forceful with that char grill and given it a nice char on the outside. There you go. What have you found?
Yeah.
It's hard to talk to one another about what the judges might say. It creates a sense of panic, I think, within yourself that, there's nothing else left that you can do, but you just want to know, are you going to stay here or are you going to go?
The relief of having plated up the dish disappeared very quickly when, it's time for the judges to actually taste the dishes. When I put the dish down in front of the judges, I'm a little bit worried that the squid's undercooked.
Kate?
Yes, George.
Are you happy with it?
I'm happy with the squid. I'm happy with the filling. I think that I got the flavour of the filling, which was important to me to get my flavours right today.
Did it have enough time cooking?
I hope so. I've never grilled it before, so I'm hoping that it's cooked enough. I'm sort of resigned to whatever decision the judges make now. The ball's in their court.
My question is, does it look a little undercooked?
It's pale, she's obviously run out of time.
I think she's undercooked the squid.
It is a bit under, but great flavour in the stuffing. Beans are nice. I like them crunchy.
It's by far the best stuffing we've had. It's lemony. It's got that lovely fresh kind of seafood flavour from the little legs of the squid.
The breadcrumbs aren't as fine as the other two, a bit coarser, but I actually like that.
I really like the technique she's shown with this dish. She stuffed it properly. However, she needed some more time at the end to properly cook the squid.
It's pretty nerve-wracking. We don't know what to expect from the judges. We don't know what we're about to hear from them. So I think the mood's pretty sombre at the moment.
Each dish has its merits, and I think between them, very hard to call a loser. Look, we have to pick the worst dish, so I think we should get them back in, ask them some pointed questions, and make our decision.
I know that my dish isn't far off the others, but I'm still painfully aware that I have a 1 in 3 chance of being sent home today.
three of us are nervous. I can feel the energy from Kate next to me, and I can feel Sammy's energy up the other end as well. And we're all pretty stressed right now.
So guys, difficult challenge. A simple dish on the face of it, and something I think that none of you had done in the past, especially cleaning the squid. And I think you struggled, each of you struggled a little on one or two of the elements going through. Michelle, today's dish, it looked good. The squid looked good. When you put the dish in front of us, it wasn't far from what you modelled your dishes on. But some of the details let you down. The first thing that struck us was that you clipped the end off the calamari, off the squid, and you'd missed actually pushing the stuffing or the farce to the very end of the squid, so there was a big gap. That's a bit of an oversight. On the positive side, the bar marking was good. It was charred nicely. All of us thought the stuffing was quite nice. Possibly lacked the lemon zest, the fresh lemon flavour that we got when we tasted the sample dish.
No, I did the zesting, but it just didn't come off the actual zester plane.
Okay, big difference.
I don't think Michelle's devastated by the judges' comments. I don't think that they were particularly bad comments to receive.
Can you tell me why you really want this?
I want to work in the food industry and potentially have a really great organic-based cafe-style place.
You seem to get frustrated through some of the challenges and a bit fiery and a bit upset. Is this thing still for you?
Gary, I can't apologise for my nature. I am a fiery person. I'm a fiery personality. It just comes out. That's who I am, you know, so...
All right.
Kate?
I'm not ready to go home in this competition yet. And I'm really afraid of what I'm about to hear from the judges.
Can I tell you what was the highlight? Your stuffing. It was nice and light and fluffy. It wasn't jam-packed where it was dense and oily and oozing. It was a tad undercooked. That's the flaw.
Timing is normally something I pride myself on. Today I let timing get the better of me.
What's the dream?
Don't cry. If I could have my own patisserie one day or head up desserts in a restaurant somewhere, that's been my dream.
Pastry chefs, they're the most focused individuals and they are like clinically perfect. And I'm a bit worried. Are you focused?
I know that I've lost focus at times in this kitchen, I'll admit to that. But when I'm in the kitchen, my head's in the cooking.
Remember this, your time management skills are something that you need to address, so you don't get yourself in a pickle and serve sushi.
It's a weird feeling. I don't necessarily know how to describe the emotion. You've got no control over what's about to happen next.
How do you feel, Sam?
Very nervous.
Why?
In the last, 14 hours since I left here yesterday has been an emotional roller coaster for me. I just hope that what I put up today was good enough to salvage the disaster that I had yesterday.
Do you think it was?
I think it was a decent attempt for someone who hasn't cooked it before.
It was a good dish,
Okay.
but we've seen 3 good dishes today.
Okay.
Your technique was really good. You've got the filling all the way through. There was one major problem with your dish, though, Sam. What's that?
That's an olive pip, isn't it? That olive pip just looked like the nail in my coffin to me. It's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's extremely dangerous. It's extremely expensive, potentially.
Yep. Sorry. I'm thinking now that there's enough stacked up against me to send me home.
We understand that potentially this could cost you your dream of being Australia's first MasterChef.
I understand that.
And what will this potentially cost you?
It wasn't nice to see Sam cry.
Stuffed up badly yesterday, mate. I know I did. hate to leave this show after putting up a dish that's that shithouse. I would.
Sam, the squid you put out was good. It was well cooked. It was well stuffed. The stuffing had good texture. The other elements of the dish were good. But that olive pit is a concern.
3 very good dishes, in all honesty. So well done. But we have to pick the worst dish.
Knowing that they were going to decide who stays, who goes, you just go into a state. You just want them to hurry up and tell you whether you're here or not.
This has been a very tough decision.
Waiting to hear the judge's decision is tense. At this stage, I can't say which way the judges are going to sway.
So, Michelle, you cooked a nice squid. Really nicely done. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough stuffing in the squid to make it a top dish.
I went on my instinct. It may go against me.
Kate, lovely stuffing. Obviously impressed George with all the little tentacles inside, but you undercooked it.
My fate's up to them now, so I've just got to wait and see what they have to say.
Sam, really well delivered. But the olive pip, the stone, it's a big faux pas. Not good.
In a matter of moments, you're either going to have this opportunity ripped out from you, or you are going to be given a lifeline. You just got to suck it up.
One of the 3 of you could be Australia's first MasterChef. But for one of you, the dream is about to end. Kate, you're still in the competition. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
You're on life support now. This is your last chance. You need to go hard.
Sam and Michelle, it comes down to you 2. It comes down to the dish you cooked. Sam? You're still in the competition. Michelle, I'm sorry, you're out.
Michelle, you've been an amazing strength in this whole competition, and I'm going to miss you a lot. Keep on keeping on, all right?
You should be proud. You've come thus far, you know. You've now got to take this amazing experience that you've had and translate that.
Take that talent, you're in the top 20, you've done amazingly well. Out of 7,500 people, well done.
All I wanted to say to you is that if you keep pushing forward, you know, keep challenging yourself, you know, tasting things over and over again, then you'll always improve and you'll always end up with a menu full of good dishes.
I think the competition allowed me to have a focus about where I wanted to go. I'll be going home and talking to a few restaurants in my area and see what happens from there.
So good luck and,
Thank you.
you know, keep going.
And thank you very much indeed for enriching the competition.
Thank you.
OK, Michelle, it's tough and it's time for you to leave the MasterChef kitchen.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Walking out of the MasterChef kitchen for the last time, I actually think it's about walking into my future. This is the beginning, not the end. Being in the competition has just really, it's focused me a lot more. It's made me more determined, not less determined. I need a little bit of breathing space to, just to let the dust settle, and then really take what I want from this competition and run with it.
OK, guys, that was close, huh? Very, very close. Kate, that was really close. You're 20 years old, you're young, and you could have any career that you wanted, and for you to take this opportunity away from someone else isn't funny. So it's time to pull your socks up. And for both of you, we don't want to see you in another elimination challenge again.
Thank you, guys. It felt like someone had just lifted the weight of the world off my shoulders. I was so relieved at that point.
Leaving MasterChef Kitchen tonight, I know that I have escaped by the skin of my teeth. One more slip up like I had in the invention test yesterday and I'm out of here.
Who's coming back? Sam's coming back.
I think Sam and Michelle are coming back. I mean, Kate didn't have her shit together, so it looks like she's out.
But we've been wrong before.
We're all waiting, really trying to speculate who's going to walk through that lift.
Sammy! And Kate.
So the lift doors open and out pop Sam and Kate, and no one expected Kate to be coming out.
Surprise?
Yeah. Welcome back. Oh, wow.
When those lift doors opened, I just had the biggest sigh of relief. I was happy they were both back.
So that means that Michelle's gone, and I think a lot of people are very, very sad about that.
So what did you guys think? What did you think would happen tonight? Who did you think was coming home?
Oh, no, let's
We thought
there was
Kate
all different levels.
No, but we had all.
Be honest.
No, we had all different levels.
It was
Because there was.
I think people try to discuss the reasons why they thought she wouldn't have been there, and I think it created a little bit of tension. Kate sort of burst into tears.
No one wants me here.
People will have their opinions, mate.
Yeah, but people I even thought my friends didn't even get up. Like, people I thought my friends are actually disappointed to see that I haven't been eliminated.
There's always tension in the house after eliminations, always. On elimination nights, when your friend doesn't come home, obviously it's going to upset you, and some people deal with it better than others.
No, my mum.
No, I haven't given up on my dream of becoming a chef. That jacket fits really snugly on me, and I like the look of it. Hey, I'm home!
Just because I didn't like your tofu, you doesn't mean you failed. Oh, that's funny, because that was your signature dish.
I know. I'm really pumped, actually. Really, really excited about the future. I just cannot wait to get my hands in the food and just go for it.
Tomorrow night in MasterChef Australia,
This is your chance to shine.
Julia goes head-to-head in a celebrity cook-off.
We reckon you've got a bit of a chance today.
I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Will the amateur have what it takes to beat the pro at his own signature dish?
It's a challenging dish. If you do one thing wrong, the whole thing falls apart.
It's down to the wire in our closest celebrity battle yet.
Maybe she could knock off this impossible challenge that they put us on.
Matt, it's time to reveal the winner of today's challenge.